Once upon a time, in a hard-working village nestled on a hillside, there were two diligent men, Ravi and Arjun. They lived in modest houses, side by side, surrounded by lush greenery and the serene beauty of nature. Ravi, a skilled farmer, toiled in his fields from dawn till dusk, cultivating crops that sustained the entire village. Arjun, a dedicated craftsman, crafted exquisite handmade items, providing the villagers with tools and artifacts that showcased his craftsmanship. Despite their humble abodes, Ravi and Arjun shared a strong friendship and a mutual respect for each other's hard work. They often exchanged goods, with Ravi offering the freshest produce from his fields and Arjun providing handcrafted tools that made Ravi's farming more efficient. As the seasons changed, so did the challenges faced by the village. Harsh weather and unexpected hurdles tested the resilience of the villagers. Yet, Ravi and Arjun stood united, supporting one another and finding innovative solutions to overcome the obstacles. Their determination and camaraderie inspired the entire village to work together, creating a tight-knit community that flourished in both good times and bad. The hillside echoed with the sounds of laughter, the fruits of their collective labor. In the end, Ravi and Arjun's hard work, coupled with the spirit of community, transformed their humble hillside village into a thriving haven. The legacy of their dedication and friendship became an enduring tale, passed down through generations, reminding everyone that with hard work and unity, even the steepest hills can be conquered. In a small village atop a desolate hillside lived the Khan family. They occupied a humble dwelling, a weathered cottage that clung to the steep slopes. The Khans were a poor family, their days marked by the struggle for survival. Rahul, the head of the family, toiled tirelessly as a labourer in the village, earning meagre wages that barely sustained his wife, Meera, and their two children, Aisha and Raj. The harsh winds that swept across the hillside rattled the frail windows of their home, a constant reminder of their challenging circumstances. As seasons changed, so did the family's fortune. A series of crop failures and unforeseen expenses left them in a perpetual state of poverty. The children's laughter faded, replaced by the somber silence that pervaded their modest abode. One day, an unrelenting storm descended upon the hillside, unleashing its fury on the Khan family's fragile home. With each gust of wind, their already dilapidated roof began to crumble and water seeped through the cracks, dampening the little hope that remained. Despite their resilience, the Khan family struggled to rebuild. Rahul took on extra jobs, Meera sewed together whatever fabric scraps they could find, and the children helped where they could. Yet, the weight of adversity proved too heavy for their weary shoulders. In the end, the Khan family faced an eviction notice as their battered home became uninhabitable. They reluctantly bid farewell to the hillside that had been both their refuge and their burden, seeking a new beginning in a distant town. The echoes of their hardships lingered, a poignant reminder of the uphill battle faced by those who dwell on life's unforgiving slopes. Abraha, who came from Abyssinia, a country in Africa, conquered Yemen and was made vice-regent there. Later, he noticed that at a certain time of the year large numbers of people would travel from all over Yemen and the rest of Arabia to Mecca. He asked the reason for this and was told that they were going on pilgrimage to the Kaaba. Abraha hated the idea of Mecca being more important than his own country. So he decided to build a church of coloured marble with doors of gold and ornaments of silver, and ordered the people to visit it instead of the Kaaba, but no one obeyed him. Abraha became angry and decided to destroy the Kaaba. He prepared a large army led by an elephant and set off towards Mecca. When the Meccans heard that he was coming, they became very frightened. Abraha's army was huge and they could not fight it, but how could they let him destroy the holy Kaaba? They went to ask the advice of their leader, Abdul Muttalib. When Abraha arrived outside Mecca, Abdul Muttalib went to meet him. Abraha said, "What do you want?" Abraha had taken Abdul Muttalib's camels, which he had found grazing as he entered Mecca. So Abdul Muttalib replied, "I want my camels back." Abraha was very surprised and said, "I have come to destroy your holy Kaaba, the holy place of your fathers, and you ask me about some camels?" Abdul Muttalib replied calmly, "The camels belong to me. The Kaaba belongs to Allah and He will protect it." Then he left Abraha and went back to Quraysh and ordered them to leave Mecca and wait for their enemies in the mountains. In the morning, Abraha prepared to enter the town. He put armor on his elephant and drew up his troops for battle. He intended to destroy the Kaaba and then return to Yemen. At that moment, however, the elephant knelt down and refused to get up, no matter how much the soldiers tried to get it to move by beating. But when they turned its face in the direction of Yemen, it immediately got up and started off. In fact, it did the same in any other direction, but as soon as they pointed it towards Mecca, it knelt down again. Suddenly, flocks of birds appeared from over the sea. Each bird carried 3 stones as small as peas, and they dropped them on Abraha's army. The soldiers suddenly fell ill. Even Abraha was hit by the stones and fled in fear with the rest of his army back to Yemen, where he later died. On seeing their enemy flee, the Arabs came down from the mountains to the Kaaba and gave thanks to Allah. After this, Quraysh gained great respect and became known as the people of Allah, and the year in which these events took place, 570 AD, was named the year of the elephant. In that year Allah had saved the Kaaba, and He would soon bring forth a prophet from among Quraysh, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Hast thou not seen how thy Lord dealt with the owners of the elephant? Did He not bring their stratagem to naught, and send against them swarms of flying creatures, which pelted them with stones of baked clay and made them like green crops devoured?